Hey guys, a Japanese man got arrested. You want to hear about it?
No.
Only if it has to do with some sort of plagiarism or downloading an illegal game and using it.
It doesn't.
Well, tell me anyway, because that's what I
Thank
thought it was
you.
going to be.
All right. So this is the first
Make
time.
it into that.
This is the first time this has ever happened in Japan. I want to say it's the first time it's ever happened anywhere.
This must have been real bad, right? Real
Well,
bad.
this is what we're going to discuss.
So bad.
There's a game. All right. Since I'm a weeb, let me go right into it. There's an anime called Steins Gate.
Anime.
It's an
Notice me,
anime
senpai.
about time
Notice
travel.
me.
I've only seen the original Steins Gate. I give it a chef's kiss. Wonderful. Did you watch Steins Gate? It's about the guy that time travels by, and you always talk about how, and you have a great thing where you say anime is weird, and I agree, anime is weird. When you watch it, you're not thinking it's weird; you're just involved. But this is about a man who time
When you explain
travels
it to anybody,
and he finds
Yeah.
out time traveling
realize it's
by
weird.
by putting bananas in a microwave, and they disappear.
Of course.
So your
there you
father
go.
could time
That's
travel
right.
if only
He time
were
his
cars.
car
Loves
is a
a-
time
loves a hot
traveling
banana.
device
that
because
man had I don't know if he does anymore, but
You don't
he's-
eat your bananas?
he had so many dried out
Easier to eat that way.
petrified
They're so
banana
hard.
peels in his
I should
car.
call him right now because,
God,
as we know,
so nasty.
my dad's a big
Ugh.
anime fan now. So I
But
should tell
now
him
that
off
your
this-
parents share
Wait,
one
wait.
car, I bet he
Is
does.
he a
Big
big
weeb.
Banana May fan?
Oh,
Oh! ring, 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 ring. Banana May.
banana man makes me think of banana.
The power
Man.
of God and Banana May on my side.
So good. Anyway, Steins
Why
Gate.
didn't they? I mean, Banana May would be a much better name than Steins
If there's
Gate.
an anime about bananas, which I'm sure there is more than Steins Gate
Steins
is,
Gate is giving me
call it Banana
Steinmart
May.
and
There's a
Shadowgate
banana May
vibes.
about
so it's an anime about time travel. Very awesome. I suggest checking. All I can recommend is the first one because that's all I've seen. It was great. But they made a whole bunch of games to expand the story, and apparently they are very good. The games, which are visual
game?
novels, are made by Katakawa. They've done a whole bunch of them. There's a guy in Japan, 52 years old, who has been
The crime,
recording
right.
videos of these games and putting them on YouTube.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, it was on YouTube specifically.
Hmm.
And he's been monetizing these videos. Kanakawa is one of the companies that has very strict rules where they don't want their games are narrative visual novels. So all you get is story.
What rules, you sons
They
of
say, I don't believe they restrict footage of everything, but they're like, don't put the endings online
Yeah, sure.
because that ruins it. This guy put the endings online for some of
Ugh.
Steins Gate games
When they specifically asked him not to.
and
he's a regular
monetized-
mommy.
So annoying.
and monetized, right? A real
Spoiler.
share.
She
and
wouldn't monetize it. She does it for the love of the game.
that's right. Puts puts the or monetizes them and makes money. So anyway,
So
this man was arrested
he
for this.
monetizes them.
First time. Japan's Content Overseas Distribution Association, along with rights holder Katakawa, work together, and this man is arrested. The suspect has since stated that he
JK.
knew uploading the videos was illegal. In his statement, he says, "JK, LOL." The man reportedly
Texted
tried
his testimony.
self-described banana May fan. So yeah, the guy got arrested. Now we don't know his sentence or anything like that.
That is a sentence. Guy.
So arrested for uploading footage from a game. Now Kanakawa says don't do it, but it's not like there's a law that says don't do it. They say don't do it and don't monetize it. The guy did both. The guy is arrested.
by Katakawa.
How you feel? How do you guys feel about this?
Well, what law did he break? I would like to know that.
This is filed under
Now,
copyright
this is in
infringement.
Japan, correct?
Yes.
So we don't know what laws.
They're saying the arrest is for copyright
They
infringement.
infringed their copyright. He
I
infringed
mean,
their
I
copyright.
find it hard to believe that there aren't thousands of millions of people out there who are doing just this with every
There-
game ever.
There are, but Kanakawa is one of the companies who very
He
specifically
texted
and publicly says, "Do not do it for our endings and do not monetize it." And,
And
he
we
did
are
both
not
of those
JK.
things. So they can say he did it.
We will not
We,
LOL.
He did
we
not, just
clearly
kidding.
state don't do it, and he did it.
Okay.
So,
Well,
So why not just like
does that change the copyright law? No, but it
Can
means
we,
they'll,
like,
means they'll spend more money on
stop his channel,
on
demonetize
pressing
him
it,
or
you know,
whatever?
and on
Like,
lawyers and whatnot.
well, yeah, there's a whole bunch of like interesting things to discuss
Is
here.
there
and,
any
like,
is there any precedent in Japan for
this is the
sort of
first man arrested for
Then-
this. Not
then-
obviously for copyright infringement, but for this way of getting to.
There was a big copyright case here in the U.S. I wonder if they'll mention it.
So yeah, it's the question is this copyright infringement, or is this just the guy doing something the company said don't do,
Mm.
which wasn't illegal, but the company said don't do it. But the company believes they're saying don't do it, and it falls under copyright infringement. So it's going to be an interesting case to follow.
I'm gonna Google Japanese Supreme Court and see what happens.
I'm going to Google Bananime and see what happens. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but the guy knew the company didn't want them to do it. He knew he shouldn't do it and admitted it.
Actual malice.
So can Kanakawa get him on copyright infringement? I don't know that. Now, should this man
But
go?
yes.
Should this man serve prison time?
Definitely. Oh my God, copyright infringers.
Yeah,
Worse,
I
all of
don't
them.
think he should. A fine,
He's
certainly.
not-
I
he's
don't
not a
think he should
danger
go
to
to
society.
jail.
He needs
Yeah.
to be-
You know,
Yeah.
there's no.
He needs to be gibbeted.
Yeah. Get him by his gibbets and pull out his giblets. Yeah, I don't think the guy should
Maybe
go to jail.
someone's
So
got a
if he
gibbet of a
does
gibbet.
end up going to jail for it, I'm going to feel horrible.
No.
But I do think there should be
No.
some repercussions. I think a fine
Fine.
is
Yeah, I'd
70,
be-
70 trillion yen, which is like $50.
$50. Yeah. Whenever I'm writing stories and I do the conversions, I'm always like, this is crazy because it's like 204,000 yen, and I'm like, I got that in my wallet. Right now. Hawk says, is there something special about the Steins Gate series, or is it just the rights holder is especially litigious? Well, it's special to them because they own the rights for the games, but also, as I said, all the games are visual novels. They're narrative focused. So if you're showing how the story ends, you're showing the whole point of the game. It's not like there's traditional gameplay. The gameplay is going through the story. So
It would be tough to prove that they've faced damages because of it, or that they would face damages because of it. That would be
That's what they
that'd be
also have to
that'd be
prove,
very
yes.
difficult to prove.
So this is going to
They have
be
to say that the structure and the composition of their games is different than other ones, which many people have many millions of hours of
Yeah.
footage online. So it's gonna be hard to do.
there's a lot of angles that it has to be tackled from, and I don't know what's going to happen. And you're right, the same case going on in the U.S. is a very interesting one to follow. There's two very important copyright cases going on now, and it could impact.
You
everybody.
talking about the Warhol case?
That's what I thought we were talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. Well, the decision came out last week.
Oh, did it? What was it?
They ruled in favor of the Warhol Foundation.
I did not know that, man.
Yeah.
I followed the case and didn't see the end. I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Yeah, last week.
So then there could potentially be a lot of changes then.
Yeah. So that it was. I think I hope I'm getting this right. That it was fair use of that photo.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure a whole bunch of like stuff is going to follow up after
This
that.
is
but-
clearly on record now, so I'm going to double check. Sorry, I was mistaken.
Oh.
AWF's use, so that's the Andy Warhol Foundation's
Yes.
use of Goldsmith's photograph was not protected by fair use.
Oh,
As the work shared a
okay.
similar purpose in the depiction of prints and magazine articles in the commercial
that's
nature of the
even
product.
worse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, 7-2 last Thursday.
really?
Court ruled Andy Warhol infringed on photographer Lynn
Really?
Goldsmith copyright when he
Oh, you're
created
not
a series of
saying that.
silkscreen images based on a photograph
Really?
Goldsmith shot of Prince in 1981. Sorry, I was.
That's
was
okay.
wrong.
Thank you for
Alex Female was
correcting.
wrong.